business of hospice. If that made you feel cringy at all when I said that, you need to listen to this whole video. Hey y'all, I'm Shelly. I do tips for hospice nurses, and today I'm talking about the business of hospice. And I'm going to be talking about this for my next several videos because it's time that we as clinicians start to have these conversations, start to acknowledge that healthcare and even hospice are businesses. And as businesses, they need to be profitable. You know, we have this idea that, and I think this has been since the beginning of time in healthcare, that you can't be caring and profitable at the same time. That if you're profitable, you're not caring. If you're too caring, you're not profitable. And it's created this tug of war between clinicians and financial people. And I say it's time that we start to work together, because I really think that a strong business model is actually capable of being more caring than a weak one. Now, y'all, I'm not talking about companies that only care about profits. And I fully acknowledge that those companies exist. I don't even worry about those companies because they're not going to stay in existence. They will go out of business, as has been since the beginning of time in healthcare. But likewise, companies that only focus on the care side are also going to go out of business because their business model is going to fail. So what we want to work on and what we want to learn about is how to be a business that has a good, strong business model and provides good, strong patient care. But we put that together, and that is where the magic happens. So how do we do this as clinical people? Historically, when we try to talk with the financial people, we talk to them in terms that we understand. We use terms that talk about patient outcomes and patient care and the more caring side of healthcare. But the financial people, while they understand it intellectually, because they're smart people, but they don't have the same internal reaction to it that we do. And we shouldn't expect them to. They're not clinical people. Unless you have been at the bedside of someone dying, nobody fully understands what that's like. So we got to stop expecting our financial leaders to understand that. And what we need to do is learn how to talk to them in their terms, because we can learn the financial language. Financial language is a whole lot like healthcare, like medical language, a lot of big words, a lot of acronyms, very confusing, a lot of insider stuff. But it all boils down to some very simple principles that I'm going to be sharing over the next few videos. And I'm also going to be talking about how we as clinicians can use this language to talk to our financial people so that we can get the outcomes that we need for our patients, and how we can understand how we actually have way more influence over this than we realize that we do. So that with a common goal of working together, we take a strong financial team and a strong clinical team and we work together, and you guys, we are strong. And together, we really will change our world.